Two tragedies bringing families together. Last night, those who lost kids and loved ones in the Sandy Hook and Uvalde shootings gathered together on Capitol Hill, both joined by the president and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. They honored the thousands of people who have died due to gun violence, and it was part of the 10th annual National Vigil for all victims. Within that crowd was a very special little girl, 10-year-old Caitlyne Gonzales. She's actually a survivor of the Robb Elementary School shooting, and now she's calling for change. I had the honor to talk to her before that vigil about her push to make a difference. So 10-year-old Caitlyne Gonzales is making a difference in this world. And that's because what happened to her in Uvalde, Texas, changed her world. She survived that devastating massacre at Robb Elementary, but 21 others didn't, including her best friend, 9-year-old Jackie Casares. So Caitlyne has come here to our nation's capital with the hopes that she can do everything possible to prevent another community from suffering like hers. Caitlyne wants lawmakers to ban the sale and possession of assault-style rifles before Republicans take control of the House of Representatives this January. So she is here. Caitlyne, it's so great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
So let me ask you, we had a chance to talk a little bit before the interview started. Tell me how you're doing, just how you're feeling, and just when you wake up every day, what's going through your mind and your heart?
I'm feeling good, and then sometimes I'll be sad, and most of the times I'm happy.
Good, and you've been seeing a counselor once a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
How has that been? Does that make you feel better? What do you talk about, and how has that helped you?
We just talk about the good memories, not the bad memories, and it's it's a play counselor. So every hour, she'll pull me out of my class, and she'll go take me to her office, and we'll talk and just chit chat and play.
Isn't that nice when you can kind of play a game? It helps you relax, and then you have somebody to talk about your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
It's important to talk about our feelings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can understand that. Look, even at my age, we love to talk to other people about our feelings, right? And to get through tough times. So, Jackie, your best friend,
mm-hmm.
you lost her that day.
Mm-hmm.
What do you remember from that moment, Caitlyne?
Just crying because my mom had told me that she had passed away. So I was just devastated, and yeah.
What do you miss the most about her?
Just her personality and her laugh and smile.
You guys had a good time together. Mm-hmm. What were your favorite things to do together?
We liked having sleepovers, and we liked going to each other's houses.
Oh yeah, my kids love sleepovers. That is then you can stay up all night, right? Mm-hmm. Talk about everything and play games, and your parents don't know what's going on. I know too, I was looking at your bracelets, and I asked you about those, and I noticed you have one too that says Eliana. Mm-hmm. And I know you had a bracelet for Jackie, but it broke, and you keep making these bracelets. But tell me about Eliana as well. She was also a really good friend, wasn't she?
Yes.
Yeah. And so how are you and your classmates doing? Do you talk about it a lot? Do you sometimes come together and talk about the good memories together?
We all talk about some people sometimes, but there's two survivors from room 112 in my class, and they'll just have a hard time. Last Friday we had a fire drill, and then everybody started freaking out and stuff like that.
Oh, wow. And you see how important drills are, right? Mm-hmm. Just to prepare and be ready, and I can't imagine having to hear that and process that. But, you are here in D.C. I mean, how exciting to come to our nation's capital from Uvalde. Were you excited about making this trip?
Yes. This is my third time actually coming to Washington, but I was excited about this one because the vigil and then the march and the rally and stuff like that.
That's right. And you tell me why you came this time. Why was it important to you to come and take part in the vigil and joining other advocates from Uvalde?
This is my several march with March 4th to do the march and to pass the ban to buy an assault weapon. And then the vigil is just like to remember all the ones that we lost.
Right. Yeah, you'll never forget those friends that you lost. Yep, their spirit, their memory lives on. And fighting for change, you want this bill to be passed. You're fighting to ban assault weapons. You know, that's a pretty heavy thought for a 10-year-old girl. You have learned a lot, haven't you? What have you learned about these types of weapons, and tell me why you want them banned?
Well, they belong in the war, not the classrooms or like the grocery store, so that's why we need to ban assault weapons.
Yeah, not everybody respects guns, right? And knows how to use them and why to use them and what they're for. Did you feel like you had to learn a lot about certain weapons and why they're even here?
Yes, I did, but I didn't want to, but it's like you have to if you want to do that, like type of advocacy.
You're right. You got to know what you're talking about when you're being an advocate, right? Well, you've got a strong story, of a personal story. And why do you think your story, right, can make a difference here?
Just so like people know my story and know my friend's story and all the ones that we lost story. We just need to like share their stories to make sure it's heard.
Right. Right. Stories move people, right? People learning about people and why they were so special. And that, I mean, do you feel like you have an even bigger purpose now? I mean, you know, your family loves you. You know you're a special little girl. You're doing very well in school. I can see how close you are with your sister. And now it seems like you have even a bigger, more special purpose. And what do you think that is?
Just to be like an advocate and be a normal child and like stuff like that. Because I want to be an advocate and like stuff and share my friend's story, but then I want to be a normal child, like just a regular kid.
I agree. You should have a good balance of both. I've already read that you have campaigned with Democratic candidates, you met with U.S. senators, you've delivered speeches in front of hundreds of people. You were at that school board meeting addressing the police chief, Pete Arredondo, who is no longer there, and you told him why he shouldn't be there. After everything you've been through, what gives you the strength to do this?
Honestly, I just need like to get my self-care. I just need to do stuff like that. So like just go get my nails done or hang out with my friends or stuff like that.
That's right. You do got to take care of yourself and your heart. All right. Final advice for kids your age, parents that are watching this interview. What is your advice to them on how they can make a difference, how they can help end gun violence?
Oh, that's a hard one. Just like coming out here and doing the rallies with us and just try to be as vocal as you can, even if it's just calling the senators and tell them why we need to pass the ban. That's all we need.
You're being vocal.
Yes.
And you have been a voice and continue to be a voice for all your friends. And we're so glad that you came here and talked with us.
Thank you for having me.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.